Hey there and welcome to this week's episode of Newsdesk, the weekly video roundup of all the big gaming news from the people at TheSixthAxis.com. The big headline this week is the reveal of Grand Theft Auto Online, the extensive and impressive online mode that will come with all copies of next month's GTA 5. As well as the expected regular multiplayer game types, there's free roam that allows up to 16 players to race, fight, take on heists, chill out or cause chaos, as well as extensively customise your character, buy up property, and do basically anything you can in the main game. While GTA 5 launches on September the 17th for PS3 and Xbox 360, the online mode will be activated a couple of weeks later on October the 1st. It's not just been GTA unveiling multiplayer gameplay this week though. A live streamed event on Wednesday has shared the first details of online play in Call of Duty Ghosts. Apparently every aspect of the game has been upgraded, with character customization much expanded, including female soldiers for the first time. New modes including Cranked, which adds a self-destruct timer to Team Deathmatch, requiring a fresh kill every 30 seconds, as well as all sorts of other additions like destructible map elements, an emphasis on squad play, new guns and a brand new sound design profile. Also announced are the game's special editions. The Collector's Edition includes a steelbook version of the game, a paracord strap, and a copy of the game's Season Pass, amongst other extras, while the £180 Prestige Edition also adds a head-mounted 1080p video camera. Time for Next Gen Newsdesk, and you'll never guess which upcoming console manufacturer has pulled another 180. That's right, the Xbox One will no longer require the Kinect to be active at all times, although Microsoft apparently still has no plans to sell a version of the console without the camera peripheral bundled in. The company has also announced a delay for the console in 8 markets, leaving only 13 countries actually receiving that console this year. While the November 2013 date is still valid, for the UK and Ireland, the US and Canada, Australia and New Zealand, France, Germany, Spain, Italy, Austria, Mexico and Brazil, the Xbox One will now not arrive until 2014 in Belgium, Denmark, Finland, the Netherlands, Norway, Russia, Sweden or Switzerland. Those who had already pre-ordered the console's Day 1 edition in the affected regions will now receive a free pack-in game as compensation when the console does eventually launch. It's unfortunate news for Swedish Battlefield team DICE, who will join Poland's CD Projekt Red as a studio producing a game for a console they won't actually be able to buy. However, Microsoft have also removed the Xbox One's region locking limitations, so importing may end up being an option after all. In Good One news, the company has confirmed that they will be introducing a Season Pass guarantee, reassuring those planning to pick up the DLC passes for upcoming Xbox 360 games that their content can be transferred to an Xbox One should they pick up the game again on that platform. The first confirmed games are Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4, with Ubisoft also on board with the scheme. While Sony has not revealed details on a similar cross-game feature, EA has confirmed that the transfer of content and stats between the PS3 and PS4 versions of Battlefield 4 will at least be possible, while the same is also true of Call of Duty Ghosts. Finally, for this week's Next Gen Newsdesk, Sony has surprised no one in confirming that the PS4's release plans will indeed be announced during their Gamescom press conference on Tuesday. In other news, Sega has confirmed this year's iteration of Football Manager, adding Linux support, cloud save syncing and Steam Workshop for custom content, while Tropico 5 will be arriving on PC, Mac, Linux and Xbox 360 sometime next year. Thomas Was Alone creator Mike Bithell has revealed Volume, which he describes as a crime simulator in which you can't kill anyone, while PlayStation Vita is getting its own Pets-style game called Pets. Announced so far are cute talking dogs, an actual story-based adventure mode and AR-based walkies, with the game due sometime next year. Warner Bros. Have revealed first footage from 2 of their upcoming titles. Firstly, Telltale have the first teaser trailer from The Wolf Among Us, the new series based on graphic novel Fables, while Dead Island studio Techland has shown off a 12-minute gameplay walkthrough of current and next-gen zombie action game Dying Light. Disney has announced the first post-release characters for the upcoming Skylanders-alike Infinity, with Jack Skellington, Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, Ralph and Vanellope from Wreck-It Ralph, and Rapunzel from Tangled, all due later in the year, alongside a new Toy Story in Space playset. Wrapping things up news-wise, 2D MOBA AWESOMENAUTS is coming to PS4 via Hotline Miami Porter's Abstraction Games. Controversial PS3 and Vita side-scrolling RPG Dragon's Crown is finally arriving in Europe on October 11th, and Square Enix's Thief reboot is due on PS4 and Xbox One, PS3 and 360, and PC on February 25th next year. Had you noticed that a big game show is just around the corner? Maybe all the rumours doing the rounds gave you an inkling. Take for example the fact that Tesco is listing PS4 and Xbox One versions of Dark Souls 2 and Murdered Soul Suspect. Then there's SCEA's recent registration of a site for something called Helldivers, while porting house Nicalis has tweeted a screenshot of VVVVVV running on a Vita, and Devolver Digital has done the same with Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition. Then there's the references to PS4 and Vita versions of Hotline Miami 2, spotted on and hastily pulled from the game's YouTube channel. Import retailer PlayAsia is listing a compilation of Castlevania Lords of Shadow, that game's DLC, a demo for the sequel, and an as yet unannounced HD port of March's 3DS spin-off Mirror of Fate. Oh, and Microsoft has replaced TV network Sci-Fi as the new backer of the US reboot of 70s BBC sci-fi show Blake's 7, with the eventual product apparently part of the company's original content push on Xbox One. Chart time, and Minecraft for Xbox 360 is still top of the pops. FIFA 13 has risen up to number 2, with The Smurfs 2 now in 3rd. Tales of Xillia is a new entry at number 4, with Animal Crossing New Leaf closing out the top 5, and The Last of Us finally slipping down to number 6. That's it for this week's show, aside from the usual reminders. Free-to-play sequel Plants vs Zombies 2 is now available on iOS, while PC gamers can pick up the Humble Origin bundle for the next week or so, including Dead Spaces 1 and 3, Crysis 2, Burnout Paradise, Mirror's Edge and Medal of Honor, with Battlefield 3 and The Sims 3 as the over-the-average bonuses, and all proceeds going to charity. In case you hadn't noticed, it's Cologne-based open-to-the-public games expo Gamescom this coming week, and TSA has of course got you covered. EA's presser starts at 3 PM on Tuesday, while Sony's is at 6, and Microsoft have both a showcase event on Tuesday and Vice President Phil Spencer opening the show officially on Wednesday. Needless to say, we'll have all the news when it breaks over on TheSixthAxis.com. Head over there now to see our feature series checking up on the statuses of the top 100 most anticipated games of this year, as well as reviews of DuckTales Remastered, Saints Row 4, Ib and Ob, Splinter Cell Blacklist and the first piece of Bioshock Infinite DLC, Clash in the Clouds. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook to get all the news as it happens, and we'll be back with a bumper Gamescom episode of Newsdesk next week. Thanks for watching.